Just like to give it a second to see if to get people on, and would like to say it's going to start. Take a deep breath. Let's take a deep breath. The beginning of the week. It's time for the second half of the year. 6 months already in, 7 months. We're about to be hit our 8th month in August, and it is awesome that we're ready to hit the second half of the year. And I think the second half is the time when you really put in massive action. Now, before we start, I want to give you the angel numbers. This is actually a special number for me. 222 is actually the date I got married on February 22nd. So 222, episode 222 is a very special number for me. And if you stumble upon this episode, I believe it's a special number for you. So 222 means trust that everything is working out exactly as it's supposed to, with divine blessings for everyone involved. Let go and have faith. That's so good. Let me repeat that. Trust that everything is working out exactly as it's supposed to, with divine blessings for everyone involved. Let go and have faith. Excellent, excellent. Which is a great introduction to the topic I want to talk about today. I've been reading a little bit of Joel Osteen's new book, The Abundance Mindset. The Abundance Mindset. It's actually free with donation. But it's an awesome book, and it just gives you a good reminder. Hey, Catherine, how's it going? And it's just a great reminder of how to think. How to think. I was listening to John Maxwell. He was doing a speech once, and he said, if I could do, hey, Jennifer Young, how are you doing? And John Maxwell said, if I could do anything for everyone in the audience, if I could do just one thing for everyone here, I would teach you how to think. A person that has massive status, massive wealth, massive influence, and says, if I could do one thing, just one single thing for you, is to teach you how to think, which I thought was very profound. And all this book is just a reminder of how to think. Many of us think in lack terms. I don't have enough. I will never have enough. How can I have that? How can I get those things? When would I have those? When will I have time to do that? And it's always a restriction mindset, always setting limits and caps on ourselves in the way we think. But what the abundance mindset is to expand that mind. So always think that something better is coming on its way, and it's here now. You just may not have realized it yet, but it's here now. Hey Mark, how's it going? You know, it reminds me of a story of myself when my wife and I wanted to go to Paris for my cousin's wedding. And I remember when we first got the invitation, we were excited, but my wife was like, I don't know how we're going to do that. You know, we have these bills, we have to pay for these things, and we have some debts we have to pay off. You know, how can we actually make it to Paris, France? And just being an abundant mind thinker, I said, we'll be fine. We'll find a way to do it. Let's just put an account together, start saving whatever we have, and we'll get there. And she said, okay, we'll try. But she didn't realize that we are abundant. And for most things, she's really good, but she's never traveled as much in her life. So traveling to Paris, France was like a big thing for her. It was a block in her mindset until we were able to unblock it. How we were able to unblock it is by thinking abundantly. Hey, Casey, how's it going? Hey, Mark, how do we think abundantly? And I'll tell you a story. I just thought, hey, we're going to go. I remember telling people we're going to go, telling my family we're going to go. We were putting pictures on our vision board of us in Paris. It was like, we're going to Paris. It's going to happen. And what happened is, when you start thinking that way, it's like there's something in the universe that starts working in your favor. There's something in the background that starts making things happen and making your expectations into reality, even when you don't know how it's going to happen. So what happened was I ended up taking a job. It was like my last 9-to-5 gig. And I was a construction manager. We were building residential homes all through Davenport, Florida. And I remember I was a rookie at the time. So I didn't build that many residential, some commercial properties, but not that many residential properties. And hey Sue, how's it going? And what happened was, when I took the job, something happened with the utilities for the county that ended up delaying the deadline for the project. So if I was in the original deadline, I would have never completed the homes. And each home that you complete is an added bonus into your quarterly paycheck. So what happened was, since the utilities had issues with the Department of Energy, the deadline was delayed that helped me finish 10 houses. And those 10 houses helped create a bonus that helped us take that trip. See, it wasn't even the regular paycheck that I was getting. I was getting my regular paycheck. It was the bonuses made that happened after a mistake was made with the city, but helped me in the benefit. Again, was that coincidence? Was that just something that happened just because of luck? No, it happened because of an abundant mindset. Because of an abundant mind. I kept thinking we're going to go, and the universe worked itself to get me to that trip. And so when the utilities department had the issue, it wasn't on me. And my manager said, hey, Rich, you know what? It's not your fault, so just keep building, and I'll get you your bonuses since you keep working regardless of this issue. And once the issue was complete, I got the bonuses, and those bonuses helped us take that trip to Paris. See, there's things happening in our lives that we don't know that's happening in the background, but it can't flow to us, because once we start thinking in lack, we start blocking ourselves. We start saying, well, that can't happen. I don't know how this is going to happen. And we stop taking actions toward that dream. And Joel tells many different stories about that in the book, of different people that didn't let circumstances stop them from thinking abundantly. And when you think abundantly, you take action. See, your thoughts and your actions are equal. They equate. So your thoughts will always equal to your actions. And your actions will you'll never take actions if it wasn't for thought. If it's a lack thought, that means you'll take a lack action. Oh, I can't do that. There's no point. Let's just forget about it. And if you're an abundant mindset, you'll take abundant action. You know what? I don't know how we're going to do it, but I'm going to keep going. I'm going to figure this thing out. We're going to make this thing happen. And the people that have that resolve of an abundant mindset tend to create abundance in their life and create a flow into their life of finances and experiences and relationships. But only for those that can see and believe themselves. They even said in the good book, all those to come to him that believeth. So if you actually believe in your own abundance, it may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but it may be next month, it may be next year, it may be 2 years from now, maybe 5 years from now. But that abundance is coming. That abundance is here. I just have to be the realizer of that abundance. I have to align myself with that abundance opportunity in myself by taking the opportunities, by believing I can be abundant. So when you believe you can be abundant, you stop the habit of stopping yourself from taking actions that will create abundance in your life. But if you're thinking in lack terms, you get lack results. But if you think in abundance terms, you create abundant results. Hey, if you stumbled upon, thank Mark for the comments. If you stumbled upon this, learn a lot from Joel Osteen, the smiling preacher. Oh yeah, he's great, man. He's great. I got some great stories. And Mark, we got to talk later about getting together for these talks. But lastly, just understand that in order for us to create abundance, we have to think abundantly. Hey, Sita, and if you missed the angel numbers in the beginning of this episode, please watch this from the beginning so you can catch those, because those numbers were made specifically for you. Again, this is Rich Fontaine with the Power of Self-Entertainment. You could agree with me or not agree with me, but either way, I feel this was a successful conversation. Episode 2222. Ha 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 ha. Yes, 222. We're not stopping till 365. The year of consistency. This is, hey, Sita, this is how you create abundance, by being consistent, by believing. No matter who watches, it could be 0 views on this. I would still do this. Why? Because I think abundantly. I don't think in the now. I think of the becoming. Because everything is unfolding in our lives. Every day it's an unfolding. Every second is unfolding. Every minute is unfolding a new experience, a new life, and a new change. But only if you embrace that by giving first, abundantly. Love is love, and I appreciate all of you. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Namaste.